Oh my God, man. Oh my fucking God. I don't know what to say. Uh, I don't know what to say. You know, guys, it's bad. I mean, it's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad right now. It's I can say that it's motherfucking bad right now, man. Uh, you know, I haven't been going live lately, man. Life has obviously been lifing. You know what I'm saying? Football shit, man. Let me make sure that that's still in the fucking picture right quick, because I got to make sure that that's still in the picture right quick. But life has been fucking lifing, man. It really has. Football. I've been busy being a fucking football coach, man. Uh, and the hardware speaks for itself. It doesn't need any introduction. It's back there. But just know your boy been fucking working, man. Between work and football, it's been fucking crazy, boy. Hey, but I am here to talk my motherfucking shit. Big waves back in the motherfucking building, man. Hey, I am back, bro. And it's a shit show. It's a motherfucking shit show. Yo, I got so much shit to get off my chest tonight, man. Y'all might as well get comfortable because your boy, I'm about to go in on this football team. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I don't even know why I put this jersey on anymore. I really don't. I don't know why I have this shit up. Is no point. Is This team is fucking terrible, man. I don't even know where to start. And the reality of it is, guys, you know, our season has been over for a long time. We're watching these games. Salute Supernova. Salute to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm on here popping my shit. Rare stream, man, but I gotta come back on here, man. But let me kind of tell you, to me, just we'll talk about today first. Let's just stick with today. So the Dallas Cowboys, some of you guys may not know, those who live here in Charlotte, there is probably a bigger Dallas Cowboys fan base in Charlotte than it is a Carolina Panthers fan base. Listen, I'm in my early 30s, and I can tell you it's been that way all my fucking life. Like, even the year that we was going 15-0, it still was a hell of a lot of Cowboy fans here. So I knew it was going to be a home game for the Dallas Cowboys. And a lot of the reason why so many Dallas Cowboys here is because the Panthers, they were an expansion team in the 90s. So before that, the Cowboys was the team here in Charlotte. So all of my family's downtown tailgating, man. I'm pretty sure everybody was downtown. I didn't want to go. I didn't fucking want to go, man. I got invited to 3 or 4 fucking tailgates downtown, and I could have went, ate free, drunk free, whatever I wanted to do for free, and still had a good time. But it's so fucking embarrassing, man. Wearing these goddamn colors is a fucking embarrassment. It's a fucking embarrassment. Putting this damn jersey on hurts. It hurts my soul. It hurts my spirit. Cause the shit is fucking, like, how much do I have to endure? What have we done? Football gods, what have we done? What the fuck have we done to piss you guys so much that this is the result? I'm having to fucking talk about a little league football team instead of an NFL football team because my team is trash. We fucking suck. Like, it shouldn't, y'all see the title. It should not be this bad. This team should not be this fucking bad. You spent all of that money in the offseason to to bring in a Miles Sanders, a Hayden Hurst. Adam Thielen is the only smart decision this regime has made. They haven't made another right decision. This is the only fucking right decision that they've made, was to sign Adam Thielen. He's the only bright spot on this football team. He's the only one. Nobody else on this team is capable of producing on offense. The offensive line has regressed to unbelievable levels. The line is bad. Our quarterback is getting sacked 4 times a game, like minimum 4 times a game. And everybody want to sit up here and talk about Bryce Young. It's Bryce. Oh, Bryce is trash. Imagine if you were the QB of this team. Imagine if you were him every week, having to play behind the league's worst offensive line, the league's worst supporting cast, and arguably the league's worst offensive coaching staff. Everything you're playing with is terrible. The coaching staff is bad, the line is bad, and the supporting cast is bad. Nothing else is good. So everybody that's sitting up here talking about we should have got CJ Stroud, he threw 3 interceptions today. It is not the quarterback's fault of why we're this bad. No quarterback would be able to thrive behind this team. I don't care if you put Peyton Manning out there. With this offensive line, he would get hurt every week. You got to at least take your hats off to Bryce that he's still standing up, man. The little kid, everybody called him micro mini size, micro mini pet. He's still standing up week after week. But we want to blame Bryce Young? Look how dysfunctional we actually are, and I hope the sound is sounding good, guys. I'm on this cheap ass headset, but fuck it, it's all I got right now. You have taken the play calls away from the head coach, and in just 3 weeks, he resumes play calling. The team is fucking toxic. The coaching staff is not even intact. There was a report, and I posted in my community section, guys. Go and check out, because y'all know I'm not like these other fuck ass Panther content creators out here. I always show my source so that you guys can go find it too. There was a report that came out 2 days ago that Frank Wright has already begun telling people on his staff that his job security is unknown. In the middle of a 1-9 season. I can't take it, guys. I cannot take it. Why are we so bad? What did we do to the world? Why are we this horrible? Guys, my kids laughing at me. I got fucking kids laughing at me because I'm a Panthers fan. Children. I guys, what do we do? The report came out that Frank Wright has already told people in the building that he is unsure of his job security after the season. DJ Free, it's the truth, my guy. Kids are laughing at me. Nieces and nephews and sons and daughters. I got a daughter that's 4 years old. She be laughing at me every time. This shit is fucking embarrassing, bro. So if there is dysfunction within the organization, dysfunction, and I'm going to tell you where it started at. Because there were some in this regime did not want Bryce Young. They didn't want Bryce Young. Bryce Young is David Tepper and Nicole Tepper's guy. He's their guy. This is the guy that Nicole and David wanted. Frank Wright, Josh McCown, all of those guys wanted CJ Stroud. They wanted CJ. But Tepper has been involved from the very beginning. He's been involved. He made the Panthers, this regime, draft Bryce Young. It's because they fell in love with the kind of guy that Bryce Young is. He's a wholesome guy. He's a church-going, God-fearing type guy. The perfect image that they wanted for this organization. Bryce is the Teppers guy. Frank and them wanted CJ. So guess what? Frank Wright has not said one positive comment about him and David Tepper's relationship. If you go back and look at the press conferences after every game or every week, all Frank Wright has said is that he's had nothing but difficult conversations with David Tepper and talked about how involved he is as an owner. If you remember when he made the one comment, go back to all my people that think that I'm lying. Go back. If you remember that Frank Wright made the comment, he said that he's never been a part of an owner that is as involved as David Tepper is. That's not the verbatim, but it was basically what he was saying. He was basically saying that he's dealt with owners that have not been involved. And David Tepper is involved every day. David Tepper is a micromanager. But you know why? Because he's losing money. He's losing money. When you're losing money and you're an owner of a football team and everything that you've done has failed, everything that David Tepper has done has failed as an owner. He hasn't made one right move since he's taken over ownership of the Carolina Panthers. And if he has, point it out. He hasn't made one right move. The motherfucker couldn't even get a practice facility built for his football team. The soccer team has only been here for 2 years and already have had 3 coaches. Guys, if the top is toxic, the rest of the body will not prosper. If the head is not right, a snake cannot live. There's nothing we can do about David Tepper. He's a rich person that doesn't know anything about football. He doesn't know anything about football. All he knows is that I'm rich as fuck to own a football team. That's all he has. He's rich as fuck to own a football team. No, it's David Tepper wanted wanted Bryce Young. The rest of the regime wanted CJ Stroud. So there's problems in the head office. You have a young quarterback whose confidence has been killed. I feel bad for Bryce. I feel bad for that kid, man. Because he has nothing. This man is getting hit and sacked on minimum 4 times every game. You would be throwing interceptions and pick sixes too, playing behind that line, and you're a rookie quarterback. Carl ID, I thought you wasn't going to talk about this team until you decided to put a winner on the field. Carl ID, you can kiss my ass, man. Kiss my ass, Carl ID. I love you to death, but kiss my ass. I'm coming on here to talk my shit. You can kiss my ass for that comment, Carl ID. I love you respectfully, because you a cool dude, respectfully, of course. But you can kiss my ass for that comment. He said there's hands off and hands on owners. Teppers is hands on. Exactly what I'm saying, my guy. Not all wanted Stroud. Bro, everybody. Frank Wright, think about the kind of quarterbacks that Frank Wright has had prior to the Panthers. They've always been bigger quarterbacks that have been pocket passers that fits his scheme. The Teppers wanted Bryce Young. They wanted Bryce. But the coaching staff, Thomas Brown, Josh McCown, and Frank Wright wanted CJ Stroud. I'm about to drop the link in a minute, man, because I got to hear you fucks comments and all of that shit, man. Like, I got to hear what the fuck y'all fucks got to say. But let me keep saying. We got to stop. Hold on. Ty made, shout out to Ty, man. He made an interesting comment. Bryce, shout out to Zabo. Bryce better off getting a mild injury that'll put him out for the year Nah, man, we don't never wish no bad energy. We not wishing no injuries on nobody, bro. We not doing that, man. But let me finish. No, people kill me with that. We got to stop with this Stroud and Bryce talk. We have Bryce. He needs weapons, lines, vocal head coach. That's what I'm saying, bro. What I'm telling you, young man, if you will listen up, young man, what I'm telling you is that that decision is causing the friction in the front office. That decision is causing the friction in the front office. Frank Wright has already begun telling people in the building that his job security is unknown. I'm going to tell you, Frank Wright will be fired at the end of this season. You know why? Because we're not going to win another game. We're not going to. We're not going to win another football game this season. We're not going to win. We may win one just off of some fluke shit, but we're not going to win another game this season. We are going to finish this season 1-17. We're not a good football team. This team is terrible, guys. It's bad. And I want to give this person, if we're looking for a new head coach, I want to give this person first dibs at the first shot at the new head coach, and that's Ejiro Evero. Look what he's doing with a defense full of nobodies. His two starting corners are hurt. He got Troy Hill and a bunch of no-name motherfuckers out there playing pretty good football. If our offense was any good, we would have beat the Dallas Cowboys today because the defense made big stops early in the fucking game. But the offense, as always, is trash. It's terrible. It's trash. Ejiro Evero needs to be the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. And watch this motherfucker turn around. It's not Bryce Young's fault. Ladies and gentlemen, why do I have to keep explaining this? I'm not knocking anybody's opinion, but really hear me out. What do you expect a rookie quarterback behind the league's worst offensive line to do? What do you expect him to do? The man is getting hit multiple times. No quarterback, especially not a rookie quarterback, should be getting their ass hit like this. Nobody. Nobody should be getting hit like this. No QB should be getting hit like this, bro. Bro, I feel bad for Bryce. Michael Parsons hit his ass 3 times. Parsons tore that offensive line up. Bradley Bozeman was getting killed all game. Taylor Moton is getting killed all game. Everybody that was even worth a damn, a physic last year have all declined on the line. The whole line is bad. The whole fucking line is terrible. And he interviewed for the job. I heard Tep was impressed while he was paying him like a head coach. Ejiro Evero, your answer is already on the staff. Because guess what? He's going to get a head coaching job next year. If it's not on Carolina, it's going to be somewhere else. Ejiro Evero needs to be the Panthers head coach. Stroud would get fucked up just as bad. Y'all would have been like, we should have picked up Bryce. Rice. That's exactly what the fuck I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, my guy. Nobody will be able to thrive behind this line. Nobody will be, bro. Adam Thielen is a 33-year-old wide receiver, and he's our number one weapon. What kind of sense does that make? He's a 33-year-old wide receiver is our number one weapon. Miles Sanders, we paying him all that money. He can't even start over Chuba Hubbard. We paying him all of that money. Then where the fuck is Hayden Hurst? Where's he at? Where is he? DJ Shark, a non-fucking factor. So a bad offensive line, no weapons, a bad coaching staff, bro. Bryce Young has only played 10 games and it already has had two different play callers. And you expect him to succeed? Guys, I'm about to drop the link. I'm tired of talking. Y'all wonder why I don't go live because I really don't have nothing to fucking talk about. I really don't. I don't have shit to fucking talk about. Like I really don't have nothing to talk about. This team is bad, bro. It's bad. It's fucking horrible, man. Let me shout out a couple people in the chat, man. Shout out to MJ in the building, Jerome, Castro, and this motherfucker. Jerome, what's good with it? Carl ID, what's happening? Agent 70704, man. A1 since day one, man. Big fucking waves is live. Y'all getting a rare Sunday stream, man. Hey, really, I really didn't want to do this shit, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro, about me streaming and how often I'm going live, and I don't take it serious or whatever. Y'all, I got a motherfucking life, man, and I got shit going on just like anybody else, bro. But I just ain't been having the time, man. And neither have I had the motivation. I haven't even had the fucking motivation. What am I gonna go live and keep talking about the same shit over and over and over and over again? It's the same exact shit over and over again. The link out there, man, for anybody want to pull up to the live, man. We are live tonight, Sunday madness, Sunday night fucking madness, man. Panthers lose again, 1-9. Is this the worst? I got a question for the chat. Everybody is listening. Is this the worst season in Panthers history? Because I'm starting to feel like it. I'm starting to feel like this is the worst season we've ever had. Like this is the worst season we ever had. I want y'all opinion, man. Throw it out there in the chat, man. The link is out there. Anybody that want to pull up to the channel, man, and pop their shit, man. It's open. I've gotten off my open soliloquy. I don't really have shit else to fucking say. Shout out to Bankroll Reed. I expect to see some type of flashes from Bryce. The O line isn't giving up pressure every single play. You can't name two good plays we've seen from Bryce. Bankroll Reed. How many times is he getting sacked a game? I want to know. How many times is Bryce Young getting sacked a game? What is his average right now? He got sacked 5 times today. Every game I'm seeing him go down 3 or 4 times minimum. So what are you talking about? You can't get worse than Clausen. Hey, Jerome Castro, it's headed that way, bro. It's headed that way. It's absolutely headed that way, dog. It is headed that way. Like I really feel like we're not going to win another game. I don't see it. I don't see us winning another game. Does anybody else see us winning another game? Anybody?
Yo,
Who
Waves, can you hear
does any
me?
of you guys think that the Panthers are going to win another game this year? I don't think so. Omar in the building, Carl ID in the building. What's good with y'all boys?
Hey, yo, Waves, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Carl,
Okay,
what's popping, man? Go ahead
I
and
can
pop
hear
your
you,
shit.
Carl.
Oh, okay. First, let me. I'm like that one guy that said in the chat. I'm tired of this. We should have got CJ talking blah 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 blah. I'm also sick of hearing this. Oh, the whole coaching staff wanted CJ. It was the owner. No, Brown wanted. The OC wanted Bryce Young, and it was already documented that Brown wanted Bryce Young was his choice before he got the job. So let's end that myth. And if CJ was, do y'all really the people who claim that we got the wrong guy? Do they really think CJ would have been putting up the numbers he putting up now behind this awful offensive line and this sorry play calling?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. Omar, what's good with it, Omar?
Yo, Waves, what's popping? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What's popping with
Okay.
you, man? Long time no
Yeah.
talk.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, I feel that, man. I be on the same grind too, and this team definitely ain't worth you putting your family time to the side to get up here and talk with us. So, man, I appreciate you hopping up here to do this, man. Just it's a good vent session for me, man. Like I said, I roll one and get a vent out. But yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you.
Speaking of that, let me spark this. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me spark this.
Man,
Go ahead.
you already know. But yeah, man, like I said, as a CJ guy, it's just a bunch of what ifs if we would have got drafted, if we would have drafted CJ and stuff like that. So I'm starting to just get off that hypothetical because it's never going to happen. And I'm looking at what we have here with Bryce. And really, what I'm looking at now is how do we fix this? Because the team was not ready for a quarterback. Forget what Scott Fitterer said. We a quarterback away. We're obviously not a quarterback away. We got to fix this O line. You got to get weapons. You got to get D linemen. You got to get corners. We need a safety. Like we need a linebacker. We need so many things that is like, is this? And that's no offense to Bryce, and I wish Bryce the best. Is it even worth trying to build this team around Bryce? Because we are so far away from being like even NFC South contenders at this point. That's how bad we are.
Yeah,
I have
man. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead, Carl.
I have an answer to your question. You said how can we fix this? I have simple answers. Fire Frank, fire Frank, fire Scott, promote Evero,
So
and
so Omar, I want to get
and
your opinion
there
on
you
this
go.
too, man. Yeah, that's a good point. But Carl, Omar, I want to get your opinion on this. How do you think the job that Ijaro Evero has done with the defense, despite all of those injuries they have over there?
Yeah, I think at the end of the season, he can say, "Hey, I made it work without." He lost his play caller the second game of the season. He hasn't had his best corner since the first quarter or second quarter, week one. So he can make an argument that the defense has played all right, and we're not built for a 3-4. We don't have 3-4 personnel. We can't. We don't have hog mollies up front to stop the run, and we don't have the guys in the back to hold it down to let the little pass rush that we do have get home. So I think
Right.
when Evero goes into his head coach meetings next this offseason, I think he can spin it like, "Yo, look at what I had to deal with, and I was the best unit on the team." Because the best unit goes, to be real, I might even put this. If it wasn't for Eddie Pinero, I would say the special teams unit is the best unit on the team. But Eddie Pinero be doing some crazy stuff at times, like kicking the ball out of bounds today. Like that was just horrible. That's my thing with Eddie. But the defense, the best unit on the field.
Yeah, Eddie Pinero, man, is guys. He's
He's
starting to become questionable to me, man.
yeah, inconsistent kicker is
Hey,
worse.
you
You
can
don't need an inconsistent kicker.
hey,
Go ahead,
hey
Carl.
wait, hey, if you don't like Eddie, we can always bring back Gonzalez.
Hey, honestly, we fucked. Think about the decision we fucked up with, even with the kicker. We let Harrison Butker walk.
I
Like
yeah, that
Harrison Butker was a great fucking kicker, and we let him
yeah it
go
was
After
for some
drafting him at that
after
too.
drafting him,
for
and he
fucking
went on to win. Now he's a two-time Super Bowl champion,
and don't forget Pro
and
Bowler.
right, and he's played extremely well. One of the best kickers when healthy in the NFL.
Hmm.
So again, so guys, and we got Nigga Nation in the building. Nigga Nation,
What the hell?
Nigga Nation, you there, Nigga Nation?
Natural, intellectual, go-getting achievers. That's what nigga nation stands for. So shout out to all y'all. So if you want to be down with the cause, you let me know. But check this out. Let's get something understood. And I said this in the beginning. When you don't have a voice in the locker room, when you're soft-spoken, you're not going to have men that's behind you. Did you not see Avero get in his defense ass on the sideline earlier? You need that. You can't sit here and be soft spoken like Frank Wright. Every time on every press conference, this guy is never fired up. He's soft
This one,
spoken. He
yeah.
he keep he keeps saying that we're improving. He's saying we're still in it, bruh. At the end of the day, this locker room is not behind Frank Wright, and it all falls in when they said he had an opportunity to go and keep your boy, but they didn't. They let him go to San Francisco, and we got to understand this. We have done everything possible to stand behind this team. I stand behind the Panthers. I'ma always stay behind the Panthers. But bro, I'm very frustrated. I'm very frustrated. Our quarterback is not going to survive off this offensive line.
He's
You sit here and brought this center back, Bozeman, because you swear up and down he's the captain of this offensive line. This
he was getting
motherfucker,
eight.
he
He
was
was
getting
getting
ate
eight.
up. He
He
was
was
getting
getting
his
eight
ass.
today,
They were
boy.
tearing
Bozeman was
his.
getting eight.
They were tearing
I
his ass up, tearing that ass up. And you got to understand this. No more of this sitting here. We should have
What?
drafted Stroud. Bro, we're in the fucking week 12. Week
Right.
11, week 12. It's over
not
with,
even
bro.
right. Yeah.
We got Bryce. Bryce is going to be good, bro. But you
He
got to
is.
make sure
He
that you
is.
keep this man up on his fucking feet. And another thing, and I'm going to put it on mute. The man can take hits. Look how many
He tough.
fucking hits.
I
How
will
many?
say that he
Look
tough.
how many hits he's getting slayed on, bro. And you got to
Right.
understand this, and I'm gonna be done. This man has lost probably 8 games out of his whole football career since he was 4 years old. He probably lost his. That's how many games he's ever lost in his life, and that's with the Panthers. That's fucking 9 games. You got to
Yep.
understand.
That's
He don't know.
facts.
You got to understand. He's never been put in this situation where he got to sit here and go in the locker room and be fucking mad. He's
Ridiculous.
never
That's
been.
fact. That's
He's never
fact.
been. He's never been in that situation. So you can't get mad at Bryce because he doesn't know how to lose because he's never been in the losing situation. You got
That's
to
facts.
understand that,
Talk that shit. Nigga nation all
nigga
day.
nation.
Hey,
And
that's look. Go ahead.
yeah, to
That's
answer
what
your
I'm talking.
question about is this the worst season of Panther history? It absolutely is. Because at least in 2010, you had the number one overall pick to look forward to. We ain't got
That's
what we
true.
got. What do we have to
That's
look
true.
forward to? We are about to if the Chicago Bears have any little bit of intellect and make the right decision and get Marvin Harrison and whatever quarterback they like, we
I
just
don't
we
think they
just
need to
re
take a quarterback.
I don't think they should
uh,
Listen,
take the
listen,
quarterback.
listen.
I
Listen,
think they sticking with
listen.
Fields.
That Justin Fields is a starter in the NFL, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
yeah,
We blew that. He was supposed to be our quarterback, bro.
yeah, I
Yep.
give you
He was.
that. I'm
Justin
a Fields
Fields has
fan.
shown. He has shown in the last 2 seasons he can do everything that you can give him to win a fucking football game. He literally like I've seen enough to say that Justin Fields is legit. He's a real deal quarterback, bro. He's a threat with his legs and he can throw the fuck. Did y'all see that pass to DJ Moore today that he threw? That deep ball, bro. It was like a 60-yard bomb. That shit was on the fucking money.
I try not to see shit like that because we fucking
Yeah.
traded him.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I just don't know how Chicago feel about Justin Fields, but yeah, I like Justin Fields. That's why I just said Marvin Harrison and whatever quarterback they may want because they're gonna have two. They probably gonna have two top five picks, with our pick being the number one pick, and so it is the worst. And like my man Nigga Nation was saying, bro, a lot of fans are fed up, man. And David Tepper, he need to come out and say something, bro, because this right. No offense, Bryce was your guy. You was ready to trade up for Bryce. You told Bryce at the Super Bowl y'all was getting a quarterback. That's even before you hired a coach. So you already knew you was getting a quarterback. So y'all didn't even take the proper steps in trying to set Bryce up to succeed. And so I will say
That's
that.
that's that's what I'm saying. So and then this is another thing that we're not talking about, right? We're not talking about the dysfunction that's going on within the locker room and shit right now. There's some stuff going on behind the scenes with this coaching staff and ownership, bro. Like, listen, where there's smoke, y'all always know that there's fires. Multiple reports have been coming out, man, all week long about the dysfunction that's been going on in it, bro. David Tepper is on Frank Wright's ass. Did anybody catch Thomas Brown's press conference after he got
Mhm.
the when we gave up when they got the play calling taking him back away from him? Thomas Brown is pissed off.
That's a
He's mad
damn
about what's
trooper too.
happening.
He a
Yeah,
damn trooper.
he's a fucking trooper, bro. Because what offensive coordinator y'all know? Have y'all ever seen this? Where they give the play
Nope.
calling to somebody
Nah,
for 2 weeks and snatch it back?
nah, I ain't never
What kind of
seen no
shit is
shit
that?
like
You ain't
that.
never seen that in the NFL. Nobody has only been given 2 weeks to call plays. That's all you
My,
gave that man. And if it was
my,
Well,
such a fucking collaborative effort, like Frank Wright has been talking about all year, he's a fucking liar. Frank Wright is a fucking liar. I've watched every single one of his press conference, bro. The man is a fucking liar. He has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. That man excuse for taking play calling back was because I felt like it was best for the football team. We're one and
n-
nine.
you know
What are
what
you
that was.
Thomas
talking
Brown.
about?
You know
Thomas
what
Brown
that.
got us our only win.
You know. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, and Thomas Brown in them 2 or 3 weeks he called the plays. He the one that got the win, not Frank Wright. So we going back to a loser play calling.
Frank Wright
Yeah,
hasn't won the one
yeah.
game that he won since he's been a play caller. He hasn't won a game, even going back to the preseason. Like he hasn't won a game. Guys, we're 1-9. Did anybody see a 1-9 season?
I kind of did, Waves. I was at that first preseason
No,
game, and when I tell you the team was lifeless, man. The team was lifeless, and I haven't
It's no
seen. I haven't
energy.
seen. Yeah, it's like, bro, they out. They really out there just getting a check and then going home, and they show up every day because it's their 9 to 5. That's really how the team play. Like this is just my 9 to 5 to get paid. I'm gonna come in, do what I gotta do, and go back home. I
I
don't
mean,
see no energy from nobody except
and
Frankie.
and this is where I go back and say when they sit here and told Steve Wilkes, you're not going to be the head coach. The whole team said, "Fuck this shit." You got to understand it, bro. We was on a 6 or 7 game winning streak at the end of the season. Everybody was on the high hopes because everybody felt like Wilkes was going to get that job. So then when you sit here and play that man, it's down between Frank Wright, who just got fired, and you go against Steve Wilkes. He every press conference you can hear it in Steve Wilkes' voice. He brought that Panther Nation back. He brought it back. But
He did.
Your boy Tepper wants to sit here and get this shit out of here. He don't want no more motherfucking keep pounding. He wants some whole other shit now.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if the slogan get changed. Like
I
I
mean,
really, I wouldn't even be surprised if the slogan get changed
no,
soon.
they ain't gonna,
I
they
would
ain't gonna
not be
happen. Remember, he
surprised if they
tried to do that when
rebrand.
he
Listen,
first came, and the fans.
hey
If
Carl D,
if they need help with rebranding, I got them. I got a good
Hey, the
slogan for them.
fans didn't allow that shit.
tell them nigga nation, nigga
Uh
nation gonna
oh.
be the slogan. Nigga nation, yo, hey guys, I just man, I'm just
all
so
you do
tired
is
of fucking
laugh.
losing. I'm just so
All you
fucking
do is
tired of
laugh.
losing Omar.
Yeah.
Like I'm
All you
so fucking tired of losing, man. Like
Hey, but check
I
this out. Now,
I'm tired of it. I'm tired
now
of it.
now? Do you see somebody getting fired tomorrow?
Not tomorrow.
Hopefully.
It's not gonna happen tomorrow.
Hey, but you gotta cut. You gotta cut the GM first. You cut
Yeah.
Frank at the end of the year, and then you bring in the GM and let the GM hire the head coach. It's simple as that. That's how it's supposed to work.
It's
Uh.
listen, hey, but think about it like this though. I say this is how you go about doing this and changing this shit around. Like y'all think about this, man. I know we don't like to talk about the future, but I feel like
You
we
have to.
honestly don't have no choice but to talk about the future because the now
We've
is
been
done.
we've been in the future and we're fucked.
Right,
Like
but
I've
but
been
still,
saying.
we can only talk about the what we expect to come, right? So I'm gonna say this. I say Frank Wright is going to get he's going to get to the end of the season. But I mean, by this time, guys, it's week 11. It don't even really make sense to fire him right now. I mean, like literally, because the intern coach is only going to he's only going to be there for what 5 or 6 games, and hopefully, I mean, there might be enough time to show something. But the reality of it is that you're not going to fix this offensive line by the end of the season. I don't think any of these weapons around Bryce Young outside of Adam Thielen, which to me is insane that a 33-year-old man that has 100,000 miles on his tires is the best weapon on the offense. Like literally, like that's Thielen is all we have. We don't have anything else on offense but Adam Thielen. So to me, if you are going to make a change right now, you got to do it right away because
Yeah.
you need to see if the interim, whoever you can come in, the interim coach can at least put together, 2 or 3 wins before the year ends out. What is like 6 games left in the season? Six or
Yeah.
7 games left.
Yeah, but
If
what
you,
are the odds of an intern coach actually getting the head coaching job though?
but what I'm
Oh, if it's
saying is,
Evero.
yeah, I think
Oh, I was on.
honestly, bro, I think that Ejiro Evero is probably going to have the first looks at the next head coach with the Panthers because I do think that they're going to make a change. I
That'd be
think that
perfect.
I think I think
That'd
that
be
if we
perfect.
finish, I agree.
No, it,
If we're 1-17 by the end of this season, like which I think we are, because I don't think the Panthers are going to win another game. I'm saying it right now. I don't think we're going to win another game unless it's off some fluke shit. Like for real, like I don't see us winning another game. So if we're 1-17 at the end of the year or 1-16, however it is, you have no choice but to make a change because this is not just this is the first year of a new regime. No, this is historically bad. This
I
is
think
this is a
I think you're gonna have
historically bad.
I think you're gonna have to make the change regardless, man. Because even if you bring Frank Wright back, he's running the same fucking offense. It's not working.
I agree.
And he
That's true.
and you got to understand his play calling compared to the new generation of play calling is totally different and totally fast, bro. And the old school, like Bill Belichick, he's not gonna last, bro. He's old school. A lot of old school head coaches, like except Mike Tomlin, who's a hell of a coach. It is what it is. But the thing about it is, man, if you bring Frank Wright back next year, we're running the same fucking scheme, and his scheme is not working, and it didn't work in Indiana. Period.
So let me okay. So all right. So let me finish with my theory. Right. You promoted Gyro. I think Gyro to me. I think that even listening to him in his press conferences, which I watch all the coaches' press conferences, guys, like that's just my thing, bro. Even Gyro in his press conference, he has a different type of demand of his defense, and you can see it. Like you can hear it in his voice. You can hear that, like he doesn't make any excuses for the defense. You have not heard him say or complain about any of the injuries. Listen, we're down Shaq Thompson on offense on defense. We're down J.C. Horn. Dante Jackson has got hurt. Even as bad as Henderson is, he's still been one of our more consistent corners. We're down everybody on the defensive side of the ball. Like we literally, Jeremy Chin is out for the season. Like you're literally like we're missing about four of our best players on the defensive side of the ball right now out of 11. That's a huge difference. I don't care any level you're playing at. But this man has allowed our defense. If we go back to every game this year, every game, our defense made enough plays in the beginning of the games for us to be able to win the games in the beginning. Like even against Dallas today, our defense came out there and stopped them on the very first drive. They took care of business. But as soon as the offense get the ball back, we can't do nothing with it. That's the same problem the Panthers have been having for the last 3 to 4 years. Honestly, 5 years. That's how you know that the problem is deeper than just a coach. It's deeper than that, man. Because how is it that you are having the same exact issues that you've been having for 5 to 6 seasons? It's the same problems. You cannot score points. You have not gotten to the level of NFL offensive level play in the modern times. Even last year when everybody want to talk about Steve Wilks. Steve Wilks did pretty good for what he had. But I still think that
Yep.
last year's team was better than this year's team. I 100% feel like we had a better team last season than we did this year. Because at least last year, the offensive line was playing at an elite level. Now the line is not even blocking. We can't even run the ball. Everybody want to ask why we don't run the ball. You can't even run it consistently. We can't run the ball to the outside at all. We literally only can get runs up the middle. We can't bounce the ball on the outside at all. Like it's real shit. The problems with Carolina right now, there's too many to fix. And it's not going to be fixed in 1 or 2 years, guys. We're looking at realistically, let me check my calculations. Realistically, we're looking at this team is probably not going to be like a real playoff threat or a real like threat in the NFL. It probably won't be to that 2025, maybe 2026 season. Like you'll see improvements. You'll see like the team get better once they figure out the head coach situation and the GM situation. You'll see some improvements. But if you're looking for meaningful Carolina Panther football, you're probably not going to see that till the 2025 season. Like realistically, hell, my kids will be graduated, like going to college by then. Like seriously, that's how bad they've been bad all of my children's lives. Like literally, like it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. My kids are not even Panther fans, guys. They're not, man. My son, he liked the Bengals. My daughter, she liked the Jaguars. You know, I'm the only Panther fan in the house. That's it, man. And I don't even blame them, guys. I don't blame them. This team is not good, man. It's hard. The only reason why I'm rooting and supporting the Carolina Panthers like I am because I was built from this shit. I was raised with this football team. This was all I knew. But we've been bad for a lot of fucking years, man. Like we've been bad a long, long time. Guys, think about it. Our last real season was 2015. That was our last meaningful football season. Was in 2015. 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's been 8 years since we've had anything to really celebrate in North Carolina.
We went to the playoffs in the 2017 year.
Yeah, we went in 2017, but we was bad. We got
No,
our
we went.
ass kicked. We got
No,
our
we
ass
beat
kicked
it.
in 2017.
Well, not really, because that was McCaffrey rookie year. The only team that we couldn't beat in the division was the Saints. Cause remember the Saints
They
beat
beat us
us
3 times
twice.
that
They
year.
sweep. Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
only
they beat us
team
three
that.
times that season.
Yeah, we made the playoffs.
Well, we made the playoff, but really think about it though. If you're talking about complete team,
Oh, okay, complete. Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
if we're talking about a
okay.
complete team, meaning that you feel like 2017, bro, like even though when we made like we were solid that year, like we was a solid team, but I didn't think the Panthers were gonna go far in 2017 that year we made the playoffs. I didn't feel like we were gonna go far that year because again, we lost to a team in our division 3 times in one season that year. I remember that year. Like I didn't feel like we were the best team in the NFC South that year. The Saints
Yeah,
were better than us that year.
yeah, that
We just
was.
happened to make the playoffs. So again, for me, it's 2015 because every year after that has
Yeah,
always had
that's
fucking
true.
question marks. Every year has always had question marks after that.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
Cam
Cause
get hurt?
2016 we sucked.
Right. Every year has had question marks. Cam
When
career started to decline. You never addressed the backup quarterback situation after Derek Anderson was gone. You brought in PJ Walker, somebody from the XFL. You never really solidified a good backup behind Cam after Derek Anderson. You really didn't do that. And you didn't, and a lot of reason why we're at where we're at too is because we've done bad in the draft. Like none of our late round picks have hit. Like literally in the Tepper era, none of our late round picks have hit. Frankie Louisville to me is the only late round pick that I can say has really hit. Nobody else has really like hit with
and
late
we
round
didn't even
picks.
pick him.
Exactly. And we didn't even draft pick him. That's terrible. That
Oh
make it even
man.
worse. I thought we drafted Frankie
Yeah.
Louisville. So
Remember we picked him up from the Jets practice
first
squad.
round.
I mean,
Yeah, I
no, the
remember.
Jets released him.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You absolutely right about that, Carl D, bro. Appreciate you for refreshing my memory on that. You absolutely right about that. But even look at the first round picks. Look at the first round picks. Christian, I'm about to bring you in, bro. Look at the first round picks. You really haven't hit on them. In the last 5 years,
Except for Derek
well,
Brown.
if any, I will give
Maybe
you Derek
Brown about
Brown.
the only one so far. I mean,
If any.
yeah.
But in the last 5 years, you really haven't hit on your number ones. Bryce is still to be written, so it's too early to say anything about Bryce because I think Bryce Young is going to be fine. I
Man,
think he's
Bryce
going. I
Young
think
gonna
he's
be
going to be
good,
okay.
man.
Yeah.
Bryce Young gonna be good, man. You just gotta see him protect him, bro. Cause it's fucked up how they doing him, bro. It's like they literally just running through that
Yeah.
line, bro.
That bro, he getting hit on every snap. Like even the snaps that he makes plays, he's under pressure.
It's pretty
under
embarrassing. So
duress.
it's pretty embarrassing. As soon as you hike the ball, he got to run for his life, bro. And that's how it is, bro.
But it's all his fault, man. It's all Bryce's
Yeah,
fault.
We
It's
got
all
Christian
his
in the
fault.
building. Christian, what's popping, bro?
Man, what's
yeah.
good, man? I'm very disgusted with this entire team. I can't believe we allowed Jerry Jones and Jimmy to have a whole wave off and like they seance on our field, introducing them like what is this?
Bro,
What
they
is
got
disrespectful?
introduced at an away
Bro,
game. They
what
got
kind of
introductions at an
Oh,
away
shit.
game.
bro, I don't
I
care
know
how
that's that.
bro, I don't care.
That
I
was
don't care what
fucked up, man.
bro, I
Yeah, it
don't care
was.
what Jimmy
What
Johnson
team do
did in his
y'all
career.
know introduced the opposite team during the
Man,
game?
that would have never happened with I ain't gonna even
What
lie
is
to you.
David Tepper thinking about?
That would have never happened with a Ron Rivera coach. I'm just gonna just Ron would have been like, that ain't cool. We ain't doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dak Prescott.
Right.
You know,
I
fellas,
was
you know
so
what is.
ticked off.
Oh, go ahead.
I was so ticked off, man. I mean, my gosh, man. If we gonna lose with some heart. This team
Yeah.
here, man, is
Man,
Frank got. And this is
he
the
said
thing is,
lose with some heart.
Yeah,
look is
yeah,
with some
exactly.
pride.
That
Like you
man
guys
said
not
lose
even
with some
playing.
heart. I'm
Y'all not
weak.
even,
I'm weak as hell.
bro. But no, it just ticks me off this year because one, uh, David Tepper is 50-50. And this is why I say this is 50-50.
Yeah,
He
okay.
has he look, now he's a new owner. I like that he's aggressive. But if you're gonna be aggressive, be the right aggressive. You being the wrong aggressive. Put somebody in there that knows what they're doing. I know Tepper wants to win, but you trying to throw money at objects that don't move. Frank was never he never wanted Frank Reich. That's the whole point of this. We've been wasting time with a coach that he never wanted. He had to settle for a coach that he never wanted once again. We had to settle for a coach that we never wanted. Now we're gonna have to fire him because he's gonna go 1-16 because we're not winning no more games.
Yeah, that's
We
fact.
so
That's
we can
facts,
forget
Christian.
about that. So
That's
we're not
fact.
winning no more games. Frank Wright, he needs to get fired. Scott Fitter as well. We need to look what the Raiders did. Move, figure out who you want to choose. In my honest opinion, I know who the head coach should be, but he's not going to do it because they're not. They just don't want to do it, and it should be Eric Bieniemy. That should be the head coach because what he's doing in Washington for a quarterback that's trash, he's making that young man look great, and he's not even that good.
Hey,
So
hey,
Yeah, but I think
just
he'll be the head coach there before he will here though.
well, I'm hearing some rumblings because hearing some rumblings that Mr. Belichick is thinking about going,
Oh, the
leaving.
Washington.
Yes, because
Yeah,
they got
yeah.
new
I wouldn't be
management.
surprised at that.
He got new management, and Mr. Kraft is not happy with the product, and they're gonna move on. So it might be a trade. You know how they do. So he's not gonna get fired. He's gonna get traded. So they ain't
Yeah,
Kraft not
yeah,
gonna do that to him. But on our team, I think Evero should be the coach. I think that's the smartest move to do and get an
yeah,
offensive coordinator. And I know people don't want to trade Brian Burns, but Scott Fitter and his team put us in a hole. So where we have to trade Brian Burns to get something back in return to help Bryce out because you have to pick and choose. You can't have both right now. You have a
Well,
rookie quarterback right now. You have to decide what you want to do because you have to look at the cap space as well. We're gonna
well,
have to
I'll
pay
say
Derek
this.
Brown. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say this to that one part as you said, right? So I don't think Brian Burns is going anywhere now. Like they didn't get him
that's true.
traded at yeah, they didn't get him traded at the deadline. That to me was like the hottest time to get him going. I felt like there was a lot of teams. They said multiple teams actually called and inquired
That,
about him.
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, they said that multiple teams called and inquired about him, man, but the Panthers turned it down. It's because I think, man, that, you know, one of the maybe one of the conditions for Evero to become the head coach was to keep Brian Burns. Maybe he wanted to keep Brian Burns to help continue to build that defensive side of the ball, man. So I'm kind of dead on the Brian Burns trade talk because if they didn't get it done before the deadline, I don't feel like they're gonna do it. Yeah,
Well, I agree to a certain extent on that, but they're gonna have to come back to the table and they're gonna have to make a decision. Because in my
yeah.
honest opinion, Frankie Louvu is a must keep. You cannot let Frankie Louvu leave
Oh,
out
not at
that door.
all.
I
Not at
don't
all.
care what you gotta do. Brian Burns need to go over there and say, "Hey, player, I'll take a pay cut." Because Frankie Louvu, if it's Frankie Louvu or it's Brian Burns, I'm picking Frankie Louvu. Because Frankie
I'll tell
Louvu
you
has
that
been the heart.
DJ Johnson actually got a lot of ton of playing time today and looked pretty
Yeah,
decent.
right.
He
But
looked
Frankie
pretty decent.
Louvu has been the heart and soul of this defense this entire year. He's been keeping the energy alive. And
Yeah.
I've said, I know people love Brian Burns, but I've said this for quite some time. I,
Yeah, I
I
think we should
believe
have
Frankie
been traded him.
Louvu. I
Like
but
when the Rams
I believe
offered us
Frankie Louvu is
those
a.
two first round picks. When you remember when the Rams offered it, we should have traded them then.
But they didn't want to do it then because
That way
I
we wouldn't have had
understand.
to trade for Bryce Young.
I understand why they didn't do it then because at that time it didn't make sense to do it, and I wouldn't have done it there. The time to do it is they had the time to do it. They should have kept DJ Moore and traded Brian Burns instead of trading DJ Moore because if you traded Brian Burns, you wouldn't have had to give up a third. You wouldn't have had to give up another first round. I think they would have accepted the Brian Burns him and one draft pick, but we wouldn't have to give up this draft pick. I don't think we would have had to done that if we gave up Brian Burns because that was the one guy that they really wanted more than DJ Moore. And they just settled for DJ Moore because we added another first round draft pick.
Well, they
'Cause
needed a number one wide receiver too. Nigga
I
Nation.
I think
Yeah.
we got to understand here, man. The Panthers are finna have some cap space. I mean, you got to understand we don't really have nobody on this team that has a big contract. So I mean, hell, I mean Adam Thielen, that crazy ass contract. But anyways, but we gonna have some cap space, and then on top of that, I don't even believe in cap space no more. We got the richest fucking owner. If the New Orleans Saints could be the fucking team that has the most fucking in negative cap space, and all of a sudden that shit just disappears, and they got the most cap space, and they sign, like there should be no reason. If Tepper can spend money on a coaching staff that ain't showing shit, go spend some money on these players, man. You got to
But what did
spend,
they do
man.
first though? But what did New Orleans do first? They built their offense first.
Yeah, they did.
And they built their offense first, and they had kept their key defensive players that they knew, like Frankie Louvu and Derek Brown. I'm sorry, I'm paying them over Burns
Oh yeah, for
because
sure, for sure.
they've been the heart and the soul. I've said this for a while. Frankie Louvu's been the best defensive player on our team, and I've said that from the jump. This
But at the
guy's
same
impact
time,
has been felt.
at the same time, it's hard to come across a defensive end. I mean, my God, we already
It
let
is,
we
but look at
already.
the Chiefs.
But what I'm saying is the Panthers are not known for keeping their players. I mean, look what they did to Hassan Reddick. You let that man
Yeah,
go.
that was
Come
that
on,
man.
But
man.
that was,
Letting him and Stephon Gilmore walk, bro, was terrible
but that
decisions,
was on
bro.
Matt Rule. That wasn't on Scott. Those
Yeah,
Nah,
that
picks
that's
was
weren't
Matt
on
bullshit,
Rule.
Scott.
Christian. That's bullshit. That was on Matt Rule. He didn't want to pay that man that money, bro, because he thought he was
Scott.
just a one hit
Because
wonder.
Scott brought them dudes. Scott wanted those two. Now I will give Scott some leeway. Now that's the only time I'll give him some leeway. He
Hey man,
wanted to
fuck
keep
Scott
those two
Fitterer,
guys.
man.
No,
He ain't did nothing.
absolutely.
He ain't did shit but fuck this team over, bro.
Yeah, I
Now
mean,
that I'm sitting back and looking at the decisions he made, bro. Like at the time, some of them I thought was solid moves, but now I'm sitting back and looking at it, bro. None of these moves really made sense.
you
Like none of
signed Chark. Look how Chark is looking, and he's an injury prone. He's been an injury prone. You know what I'm saying?
But that's Frank and him like DJ Chark. But a lot of the guys, this is why I said Scott and Frank have been picking a lot of trash ass players. They wanted Miles Sanders because
that man not even
Frank. That's
starting.
right, but that's a Frank type of guy though. That's a Frank type of guy. He thought he was gonna come in here and be Jonathan Taylor. That's what he thought. That's what he thought. He thought he was gonna come in here and be Jonathan Taylor, and he found out he
If you got
wasn't.
a good offensive line, though, because you got to think of the Colts got a good
Man,
offensive line, dog. Look what the Colts
No,
got.
look, I get that, but still,
When you
that's
got an
Jonathan
offensive
Taylor.
line, you can do some magic, dog. Simple as
Yeah.
that.
Look how
Simple
look
as
how the
But
that.
he ain't
Ravens look how
Jonathan
the
Taylor
Ravens
though.
offensive line built.
When your quarterback don't get touched and your offensive line can move those legs when it's time to run that ball, man, come on, man. You gotta
We
understand, man. We gotta
But we
understand.
not running the scheme though for we're trying to run him like a power back, and that's
We
not
have
his
no
thing.
identity. This team ain't had
That's
no
None.
true.
identity.
None. That's
We
true.
don't
Talk
have
that
no
shit.
identity.
Nigga Nation is here.
We don't have no identity, big dog. Me and Stanley went down to in the summer quite a few times, wasting my motherfucking gas in the hot ass sun. You feel me? So
You said wasting gas.
wasting gas. We down there, hot as
Wasting
hell.
gas.
We had our umbrellas up. If you've been to Spartanburg, you know that sun hit.
Yeah, I've
So
been there before.
if, as a real fan, we sit here all we kept hearing, oh, this team looks like a playoff team. Look at this division. We don't know which team is going to go, but the Panthers, the way this organization has built this coaching staff, you got Bryce Young, you got this, you got that. Okay. And here comes Frank every preseason game. Yeah, we just don't want to show too much, you know.
Oh yeah,
And
that was
then
some bullshit right there.
and then you going into this season, it's like, what the fuck is you showing but bubble screens?
Right.
Ain't no
Oh,
motion.
that's all
Every
you showing.
everybody bullshitting around. Your whole sideline just bullshitting around, high five and losing and shit. Nobody's pissed off. Thielen is starting to get pissed off because he's like, God damn, I came here 33 years old, hopefully to win the playoffs. If be honest, you should have traded for Thielen for a third round pick to a playoff team.
Facts.
You could have
That's
just
fact.
traded him. You could have just got rid of him and said, fuck it. Let's get these young players
Because
some
what is the
goddamn
point of
leeway.
him being on this team? He's not gonna win anything here.
Nah,
Like
he's
He's
not.
not.
he
He's
he
not.
He's not.
literally just here just because we paid him.
It was pointless.
Right.
We start
No, no,
dishing
Yeah.
out
no, no,
bread.
no. That's not true. That's not entirely true about Thielen just being here because we paid him. Thielen, Frank Wright talked him into that BS that he talked the fans into.
We sure did.
Yeah.
So that's what you
That
got to
nigga
look
did.
at. That
That
Thielen
But
didn't.
nigga,
Thielen,
that nigga do him.
but Thielen is doing good though. I like what I'm
Yeah,
He
yeah,
balling.
he is.
He
He
Thielen is
balling,
doing
but
good.
balling. He's
but
balling,
but
but
if
at the end
you're
of the day,
Adam Thielen,
yeah.
if you're Adam Thielen right now, what is going through your head right now?
Oh,
I
he
want
just
to
get he
get the
get
hell up out of here.
no. He getting
This
that
some
bag.
bullshit.
He getting
Nigga
that
Nation.
bag. He getting that
Nigga
bag. You gotta
Nation.
understand. He pissed off, but he getting that bag. Look how much you threw a 33-year-old. You threw 3 years for 25 mil. Come on
Yeah,
now,
bro,
a
that's crazy.
33-year-old.
That's
Come on now.
crazy.
I
Bro,
think he got 20 guaranteed too.
yeah, that's
That's my
crazy.
point exactly.
That's
So
crazy.
so
Oh,
so
sorry,
so
22, I
Well,
think.
that's what I'm
well,
saying.
at
So
least he
here's
outplayed it. He's outplaying that contract.
yeah, he's doing it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he
because
definitely
Bryce
is.
that's
He
only
definitely
Bryce's
is.
target. That's only
Yeah, he
Bryce's
definitely
target.
should have
You
got
got
50,
you
50
got
million
Mingo.
in
Right.
that.
You got
50 million,
you
goddamn it.
got
Right, yeah,
you
he
got
worth
Mingo
that.
sitting here, goddamn, just trying his best. You got Chenault
Hey,
out.
Man,
Mingo,
You
I
got,
don't
I
want to
y'all,
hear
mean,
I'm gonna
that
tell
shit,
y'all this. I'm gonna
man.
say this right now, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. We might have missed on Mingo, y'all.
that's
Hell
another.
Like,
yeah, we
That's
did.
like
another.
we might have missed on Mingo.
That's a Dwayne
Bro,
Jarrett right there. That's another
Yeah,
bro,
Dwayne Jarrett.
we might have
we
done missed on
definitely
Mingo,
missed
y'all,
on
because
Mingo.
he can't run a route to save his life. Like his
Bro,
route running ability is terrible, man.
Hey,
Like
but
they
at the
were
same
talking
time, what about what about the wide receiver coach? Who is like? What is he
Sean
doing?
man,
Jefferson.
Sean Jefferson, Pro Bowler. I mean, ain't he a
Yeah,
Hall of Famer now?
I think he is. I think he is. I
Hey, just
think
And
because
he
you're
that's
a Hall
and
is.
of
that's
Famer, that don't mean you can
and
coach.
that's
Right,
where
that's
he
facts.
and that's where
man,
and that's how he coaching our receivers.
Yeah,
that
Mingo, y'all,
That's
he
that
ain't
nigga run like he got a piano on his back. He run
right.
routes like a
That nigga
piano.
can't run a bro. His route running is so damn terrible, bro. They were talking about this shit. I was
And that was a high second round pick too. Oof.
I know. Like the Panthers thought just
Oh,
because
we
he
should
was
have just
big.
well, it
traded and
wasn't.
got Tank
I
Dell,
I
man.
wouldn't
We
call
should have drafted
a
Tank Dale. He was
39
right
high.
there. We
He
had him right
was.
there, and we
That's a
didn't
Well,
get
Houston
ain't
him.
guy.
nobody was talking about Tank Dell though. That's
When
the
you play
hindsight.
football
The
in Houston,
hindsight.
when you play football in Houston as a wide receiver, you got speed, and that's what the NFL is now.
That's
Speed.
what we needed, though. Tank Dale is
Right.
a burner. That's what we needed.
Dog.
And
I
you see what he
wish,
doing down there in Houston. God damn it.
Yeah, but
You see
bro.
what?
yeah, yeah, but everybody. But didn't nobody expect? But didn't nobody expect that from Tank Dell? If they did, he wouldn't
How?
have
He
got
was
Who
passed
balling in
said?
up with
college.
to get that
Yeah,
pick.
he
Yeah,
was
he was
He was
already
balling in
balling in
balling.
college.
college.
He was the
I did. I know
That
Tank
nigga was
Dell was a
balling, and
32
beast.
he was
teams.
balling at
I
Houston.
I understand, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, 32
No,
teams bypassed him into the third round, so
and them niggas
so
You
they
know
stupid.
didn't
why? Because they
expect
thought he
that.
was small. That's why they
Right.
thought he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
small. That's the only reason why they
that's my
bypassed him.
next
They thought
point
he
I was
was
gonna say.
small.
Hey,
Yeah,
this is
that's
what
my next
Stroud
point.
said. Stroud said, hey, Dale said Stroud called and said, hey, I'm trying to get you to come to Houston. Let me see if I can make that happen. Boom. Look what happened. You got to call them plays. Bryce need to speak up. I need to hear from my quarterback. I need to hear us talking about you want somebody. Bringing them here. You feel me? Because at this point, man, Bryce starting to get lost, man, because he ain't never been in a losing situation. He getting lost in the sauce. He getting
Well,
lost.
I think some guys he will get. I honestly, I think we really need if we're gonna draft some players. We gotta trade. We gotta get in this trade because
Well, we
there's
got we
no
got to figure
way.
out our
Oh
GM
yeah.
before we think about trading. Because you got to think about it. If we
I
didn't
know
make
Oh
no
what.
trade,
hell yeah.
if we didn't make no trades, that's telling me Scott might not be here. You got to think
No,
about that.
that yeah, that's what I know
I
that.
think that's what.
I think that is exactly what's going
I
to
think
happen.
that's why we didn't make no trades because
Yeah,
Scott may be gone. You got to understand. Like
maybe gone. He
I
gone.
hey, I ain't seen nothing get fired yet, so he's still here. So we got to
Oh,
understand until he fired, he's still here. But I'm pretty sure the reason why we ain't make no moves is because of your boy Scott. I'm not about to trust a man who trades everybody. You didn't even get a first round off Christian McCaffrey. Come on, man. You got
that was
second round
wild.
picks. Come on,
Wow,
man.
and
You
we
could have
ain't
got a
do
first.
shit with him.
Could have got a first, bro. He's still balling. You could have got a first, dog. I don't give a damn if it was a 2025 first. You still got a
But
first.
but for all that, we should
Oh
have just
okay,
kept
okay.
him. At
I
this
get
point,
you.
we should have just kept Christian McCaffrey. Honestly, at this point,
Hey, you gotta look at what they did, man. They traded Christian. They traded DJ. So that means you dismantled this whole fucking offense in less than 2 years.
Hey,
right?
honesty.
And now
Listen,
look at it.
in all honesty, bro, I feel like we should have kept everybody. Now that I'm looking at it, we should have never.
Yeah,
We should have kept everybody because think about it like this: if you would have kept everybody, all you would have needed to do was to get a quarterback, right? Like that's all you would have needed to do. And the thing about it is, I'm kind of 50-50 on this statement, but I've been looking back at some of these decisions, trying to figure out where the fuck we went wrong. So I'm trying to sit back. But when you think about it, if McCaffrey was still here, yeah, you was already paying him big money, so keeping him on the roster and the production that he's been giving the San Francisco 49ers, he would have been worth every cent of that fucking contract, right? Now, unless he would have demanded a trade, which potentially he could have demanded a trade simply because he
nah, he
wasn't a
wouldn't
good
have done
team, but
that.
they don't even seem like McCaffrey type of style. I think he liked it,
Nah,
liked it here in Carolina.
he
So
didn't.
Yeah, but his dad played in 49ers, so that was probably like a,
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
boom,
yeah,
boom.
yeah. So that's understandable. But then
Like
you talk about
Carolina.
the whoever brought up that Reddick and Stephon Gilmore shit, bro. That shit that you hit that bitch on the nail. Look, Hassan Reddick, everybody thought that he was a one-hit wonder. He had that solid year at Arizona. Then he turned up. We picked him up. Here in Carolina, bro, the man had 9+ sacks for us, bro. Like 9+ fucking sacks. You did not
Bro,
have an option opposite of Brian Burns, and that man only wanted 9 million a year, bro. He was worth that, bro. He was
And
he
worth
worth
that.
more
and,
than
and, and,
that.
and now that position is over 100 mil.
That's what I'm saying. You could have got him on a 3-year, 4-year deal for about 45, 50 mil, and you got a lockdown DN, bro. You see what he doing in Philly. And imagine what he could have been doing still here. Now you don't have to worry about pass rushing. And then you brought in Derek Brown. So now your defensive line is looking ferocious because Derek Brown is a dog. He's a fucking dog. He just doesn't have the pieces on the other side of him to really let him eat. D tackles eat because the DNs getting a ton of pressure. Like we needed that. And now think about the secondary. Stephon Gilmore is still showing, bro, at this point in his career, he's still a corner. He's still a starting corner at the end, even if he wasn't number one for us. And we had J.C. Horn. If Horn goes down, you still have somebody that can be a number one corner for you. Dante Jackson has played solid this year. I'm going to give him credit because I think that he's played solid in the absence of J.C. Horn. But guess what? He's hurt again.
Oh, did he get hurt today?
Yeah, bro. Yes, he's
Oh
hurt.
shit! Here we
He's
go.
hurt again. They said that he was
Oh,
dealing with an injury from last week.
oh man.
And then on top of that, now you got so now the secondary is thin. Jeremy Chin, somebody that I feel like, why is it that these coaches that are coming in can't understand that Jeremy Chin is a hybrid linebacker? He was giving us his best play his rookie year at linebacker or being in that linebacker hybrid role. That's when we saw the most production out of Jeremy Chin. Why the fuck do we keep trying to put him at safety? Like, I
I
don't
don't know,
understand that.
man.
Like, I don't understand why they keep trying to put Jeremy Chin at safety when he's clearly a hybrid linebacker. He's basically what Isaiah Simmons is. Like, Isaiah Simmons has played corner. He playing corner for the Giants. He played linebacker. He played safety. He's a hybrid chess piece that you can move around. And for whatever reason, we won't put him in that role. I don't get it. To me, he hasn't been as productive since.
No.
So then when you
And I
come
think
up,
that's Scott's fault too, because Scott, I think that's on Scott. I think once Evero fully get control of the team, I think he would adjust to that. I
you
just think
pay
that
you pay Miles Sanders what 35 million. I think it was
no, he
like
got
30
25
Yeah,
25.
that was
Okay, yeah.
20. Yeah,
Yeah,
20
20, yeah,
something.
20, 25 million for 3 years, right?
in the
Yeah,
four.
Four,
I
Four
four,
thought it
years.
was 3.
I
four.
No,
thought it
it
was
No, he
three
was
got
too.
was it
four.
4? Okay.
It was
Okay,
four.
so yeah, 4 years, 25 million, which based off his production coming in, looked like actually a good deal. But it looked like a good deal coming in
Yeah.
because he was
Now he
coming
got
off a
that
thousand.
guaranteed. I think he got
Yeah,
that
he
guaranteed like 20 or some shit like
yeah,
that.
he was coming off of a 1,000 yard season and over like 1,300 all purpose
He
yards.
got
So he was coming off a good
1,500.
year. Yeah, 1,500 all purpose yards last year. So it looked like a good deal. This
Yeah.
man has got outplayed by Chuba Hubbard, a guy who last season was our third running back. Like seriously, getting that you got outplayed by him. Chuba Hubbard is our number one running back, unquestioned now. Like he really is.
Can I
But
shoot some bail real quick?
we can't even see. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm going to shoot some bail to Miles Sanders. Now it's a 50. It's it's 30% his fault, and the other percent is Frank Wright. It's because you're running him. He's not. You running him the wrong way. If we
Yeah.
ran the system that the Rams run, he fits that run style. He does not fit this run style that we run. That's why I've always said Frank is not the best coach for Miles Sanders. When he came here, he does not fit this system. Chuba works for this system. We not even throwing the ball to him. We're not giving working to his strength. We have not been doing that this season. So it's not all on Miles Sanders. He's been playing trash, but he's not a power back. That's why he doesn't fit the system. He never fit this system. I think once we get somebody else in here, that's an offensive coordinator, another somebody in there, he would fit the system. They would know how to work to his strengths. Like if he was with the Chiefs, he would be great because that's his type of style of offense. He works good
Hmm.
with the Eagles because they run his type of style of offense. He does not work here. I said that from the jump. I don't know how that's gonna work. I like Miles Sanders, but I feel like the fans crapping on him. I get it, but it's more
He
of the
not it,
coach than
man.
him.
I
I'm
mean, I
telling you,
mean,
it's more
maybe,
the coach than
maybe
him.
you might be right, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure scheme and coaching do have something to play with it. But also, man, when he's been given opportunities, man, he's also haven't looked like good. Like with running back, man, like you're only going to get judged off solely off of your production, right? Because it don't really matter what the scheme is. If your job is to run the ball in a certain direction, it's just to run the ball in that direction. I mean, you can like I look at a player like David Montgomery, who was with the Bears, and everybody thought that his career was coming to an end with the Bears. He didn't play well his first couple of years there. He played average, but then you look at him with the Detroit Lions, he having a fucking Pro Bowl year.
Right.
Like he
Because he
having a
fit
pro.
the scheme.
Yeah, like he having a Pro Bowl year, man. And Detroit didn't have to pay big money to get him. You know what I'm saying? They got him on a good deal. You
But
know what
this
I'm
okay,
saying?
but this is why I want to take it back. If Tepper say he wanted a crazy offense, why the fuck did you want to bring Frank Wright in with his offense?
Because he
Well,
wasn't your
I
first, because that wasn't his first choice.
I can answer that.
Hold on, Jerome. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, Jerome. It's not an S in front of it. It's just money sign C waves. Money sign C waves. The three is replacing the E. Make sure you got the Z on the end. There's no S, so it's just C waves.
I can answer that. I can answer your boy Croak question.
Go ahead, dog.
Okay. Um. Well, first of all, his first choice was Ben Johnson,
Yep.
the OC at Detroit. When Johnson didn't want it, his second choice was the Colts head
DeMarco.
coach.
No,
No,
it
it
was
was the coach.
DeMarco.
No, I'm talking about as far as offensive coaches.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You're right.
His
You're right.
second choice was the Colts offensive coordinator. What's his name? Steichen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shane Steichen.
But for some reason something didn't go right. I think
I'll tell
Frank was
you
like his
that
fourth
after.
choice because I think his third choice actually was Ken Dorsey.
No, it was D'Amico.
No, I'm talking about offense. I'm talking about offensive
We
coaches.
still talking about. Oh, I thought you talking about
Yeah,
coaches. My
yeah,
bad.
yeah. As far as
My
offense
bad. My bad.
coaches, I think it was Johnson, Steichen, Dorsey, and then Frank.
Yeah.
I think he took Frank because he wanted the offensive mind coach, and since all his other three didn't fall through, he basically picked up scraps.
Yeah, so good brother, you still didn't answer my question.
What's that?
Why did we choose Frank Wright? From my understanding, right, when he won back in what was that, 2000 what? With the
17,
Eagles?
I mean 2017, 2017 when he
Okay,
won the Super Bowl.
from 2017 to 2023, the NFL has changed in 6 years. So that play calling that he did, guess what? It didn't work in with the Colts. If you look at the numbers. And every year he was there for 3 or 4 years, right? His offense really didn't hit. And he had multiple quarterbacks, right? But at the end of the day, his offensive scheme didn't hit. So my question again is, what did Tepper see in Frank, and why on earth did he talk about saying he want a crazy offense that's electrifying, right? The only
Hmm.
electrifying offensive coordinator, you let him slide to be an offensive coordinator with the Washington Redskins. You didn't even think about sitting here trying to interview, you know what I'm saying, behind him. You know what I'm saying? You just let that walk. So my question again, I don't see that. Hey, I heard that. You right. But at the end, and you think Avera gonna get that? No. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
So
if Arrow gonna be get it for one. From what I was told,
remember, we're in North
from
Carolina.
I know, but I'm saying though, for one, the interview that Avero did with Tepper, I heard he impressed Tepper with his interview. And plus, if you look at Evero is one of the highest paid coordinators.
Defensive coordinators. Yeah,
He making damn near head coach money.
he is.
So you think Tepper gonna fire Frank and just gonna waste money?
You
Think
damn
Tepper?
right. In the
No,
past,
no, no.
6 7 years,
Evero
good
ain't
Nah,
brother.
going
no,
nowhere.
no, not this time.
In the
No,
past
not
Nah,
six or
this
s-
time.
Tepper ain't. Nah, Evero ain't going nowhere.
I'm going
Yeah,
off.
Yeah,
no.
I'm going off
I
six or
think
seven
Evero will
years.
get the job. Like
I'm going.
I think that
I'm
they
going
were
off 6 or 7 years
like
of what this man has
if
done.
Frank Wright were to get fired tomorrow, they definitely probably going to promote Evero to head coach.
Oh yeah,
And
Like
he would.
he
yeah.
would be the head coach going into next year.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think
I would like that for him, but I don't see it. Sorry.
no, I
Nah,
but no,
I don't see Frank Wright getting fired. I think they gonna let him get to the end of the year though. I really do.
if
Like
But
if they
I
okay,
if
don't know.
but check this out. Y'all talking about Avero again. Avero teaches the defense. Who you gonna put in for offense? Tepper
you
is
got to
gonna
Oh,
go.
turn.
Thomas get ready to get the. Oh, Thomas gonna get his job back. Wow.
Or
Nah.
no,
Oh.
or Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey
Oh
is
yeah,
out
that's
there.
right. I forgot about Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey is out
But
there. Remember,
but
Buffalo
That
but
just
I
is
let him
wouldn't
right.
go.
I
blame
forgot
Thomas
about that,
Brown
Wade.
though.
Yeah,
Hey,
Yeah,
he
but Buffalo, but you got to think about it. Buffalo had got some stars there, man. So I don't know,
But
man.
that
You got
wasn't no
But
Ken Dorsey's fault though.
Buffalo
That was
problems
Ken
were
Dorsey
not
though.
Ken Dorsey's
Ken
fault.
Dorsey.
Nah, it
That
Yeah,
sure
was
wasn't.
Josh
Buffalo's
Allen.
problems were not Ken Dorsey's fault. He was just the fallback man. He had to
yeah,
take the
Right.
That's
heat.
true.
but
That's
since he was
He had
there,
to take the heat.
that offense has been pretty good those 3 to 4 years since he's been
no,
That's
there.
what
not
I'm
So
saying.
really.
And
my
guess
They've
so
what?
been
my
He's
thing
great.
here,
super familiar with Carolina.
he
He's
was
Yeah,
super
super
familiar.
familiar with Cam.
it's true.
He was
Right.
super familiar with Cam. He not super familiar with this owner, with this regime. He ain't never
But
seen shit like what's going on right now because it's ugly.
yeah, it
No, but
is ugly.
Ken.
But what I'm saying is the only way that y'all can fix it, man, and we go wrap this thing up here. But the only way that this shit is going to be fixed, you gotta the first thing. Like if I want to hear everybody top 5 checklists to how to fix the Panthers. Right? Here's mine. Number one, you got to fire Scott Fitterer. Scott Fitterer has to go. Like number one, before the head coach. I'm firing Fitterer before the head coach. And why I'm firing Fitterer first is because every decision that he's made has not worked. Like nothing that looked good at the time and had us all excited and happy about. None of that shit has panned out. All of the trades that he made, none of them really has worked. The free agents that he brought in, none of them has really worked. The draft picks, none of them have really worked. Like nothing has really pers- prospered under his management. And in a lot of these decisions that he's made, can honestly it feels like that he set the organization backwards instead of moving it frontwards. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta fire him first because he's a lot to blame for the result that we see on the field. He's a lot to
Hmm.
blame for that, right? Now I know David Tepper is, but he's the owner. He can't be fired. So Scott Fitterer to me has to go. And who would I necessarily like in his place? Well, I have two different options. Dan Morgan, the assistant GM right now. I think that he may actually go in there, and he's been sitting for a couple years. He's from the keep pounding era. He knows what it is to be and embrace and have a physical football team. I think that Dan Morgan should get the first look at GM if Scott Fitterer were to be let go, right? Because Dan Morgan is from that keep pounding Sam Mills, we go fight our ass off type Panthers era. That's where he's from. So I think that he would actually do a solid job in that role of GM, right? Um, and my second choice would be Lewis Riddick. I think Lewis Riddick will come in and do a great job here, man. For those that don't know who he is, he's he on ESPN right now, but he's a former NFL GM. I think Lewis Riddick will come in and do a pretty good job there. But we're gonna leave that. My next thing that I would do is fire Frank Wright. Frank Wright has to go next, and the reason why Frank Wright has to go next is because you really haven't won since you've been here. From the preseason all the way up until this point, you have one win. And I don't care what team, what it was, the Panthers were supposed to be better than what they are this year. I don't care what way we try to flip this shit upside down and whatever you try to say, well, this was the reason. No, this year's Panthers was supposed to be at least at minimum a 6 to 7 win team.
Yep,
At
true.
at minimum, at minimum, with the moves you made in the coaching staff that you brought in, you cut the checkbook. David Tepper gave you your checkbooks. He said,
Yep,
go get. He told Scott Fitterer, go get whoever the fuck you want to get. You had an open check. This off season was probably the most we've ever spent in an off season on free agents.
that's true.
And you mean to tell me through 11 weeks we would only have one win?
Exactly.
Yeah, they
Somebody
all
has to
getting
pay for
fired.
that.
Yep,
Somebody has to answer for that. That's not something that you can just go into the next season feeling confident about because if the decision was made to keep Frank Wright, I feel like next year is going to be just the same. Because I don't believe that, to Nigga Nation's point, he said this, and I want to give him his credit because he said this when he came on. He thought I didn't catch it, but I caught it. He said when we came on that locker room does not respect Frank Wright. Yo, somebody cut that shit off. I don't know who it is, but you got to mute your ringtone. because I'm popping my shit. No disrespect, respectfully, respectfully. Um, that locker room don't respect him. You can even see it in his press conference, bro. He's soft as store bought cotton. That motherfucker is soft. Frank Wright is soft.
Sysax.
He is fucking soft, bro. You can hear it how he talks. He has. I have yet to hear him hold his players accountable. Why
Everybody
haven't
high fiving.
why haven't you held your team accountable in the press conferences? See, I may be just a youth coach. Maybe I have aspirations on one day being an NFL coach. Maybe, right? Who knows where life will take me? But if I was an NFL coach and I was a coach of the Panthers right now, this result is a collective effort from players, ownership, coaching, trainers, and the job they've done when injuries have not been well. We're one of the most injury prone teams in the league. The training staff is even weak here in Carolina. We can't even keep our guys healthy or get them back on the field in a reasonable amount of time. Everything is bad that has this sign on it, this logo. Everything is bad that has this logo on it. The stadium ain't shit. It's old as fuck. Us as in the Jacksonville Jaguars came in at the same year and they're getting a motherfucking mini goddamn what's the shit out there? SoFi Stadium built in Jacksonville. The Jaguars' new stadium, it looks like a mini SoFi that's out there in LA. And that shit is dope as fuck. And we came in the league the same year. And we can't even get a new stadium built here for our team. You know why? Because other teams are coming to sell out our games. The Dallas, that's, bro, I've never seen a Panther game where when the opposite team is scoring touchdowns, the whole stadium going crazy. That CD Lamb touchdown, the whole fucking stadium went crazy. And I'm sitting up here saying to my fucking self, are you fucking kidding me? Y'all, the fan base is lost. The team is lost. The ownership is lost. Nothing is good right now. But the third, you got to fire Frank Wright because he definitely deserves it for this season being this bad. I don't think that you can forgive him for this season being this bad because he really should have been judged off and should be judged off by his quarterback's progression, and his quarterback is not progressing. Frank Wright is supposed to be a quarterback whisperer, former quarterback coach. Remember, he was the offensive mind that David Tepper wanted. He was supposed to be a quarterback guru and help develop him. But I don't think Frank Wright knew how deep this water was when he stepped in this motherfucker. I don't know. I don't think he knew how bad things were here in Carolina. I think that he took the job off of the strength of, look, I need another job. I've been unemployed for a couple of months. I got to get back to work. And, I used to play here. I know this state. I know this city. So, but he didn't know how bad that it really was or what he had in front of him, the challenges. And he's not a coach made to handle challenges. He's not. He's not a coach that is made to handle adversity. He's soft. Frank Wright is soft. We need a powerful voice in the fucking locker room. Somebody that is going to keep this football team believing. That's going to keep these fans believing. Hey, say what you want about Cameron Newton, A Boogie. Say what you say about number one. But one thing that motherfucker does do and have done when he was here in Carolina was gave us something to believe in. Right now, we don't have nothing to believe in as Panther fans. Like we don't have anything to believe in. Nothing that is going on right now is saying, "Hey, we're going to be a good team in the future." And I know I'm gonna get called waves. You're not a fan. You ain't this down in the third, but guys, be real, be honest, be transparent. It's a wrap. And when I was telling y'all motherfuckers this last season, and Christian and Carl D, you guys are witnesses. When I was talking this shit on the other platforms, everybody called Waves the enemy.
Oh, they killed us for when we said we ain't had no wide receiver help. No, we gotta trust the people we got. We gotta trust the people. No, man, we gonna build through the defense. No, the offense straight, the defense. See, man, see. We try to save
It's
them. They ain't want to listen.
I'm telling you guys, it's all bad, man. But on that note, man, we're gonna get everybody last word, man. I'm about to wrap this shit up, y'all. I'm done. I wanted to come on here and pop my shit, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Life is just a fucking wave podcast. Look, I know, man, y'all want a nigga to pop on here more, guys. I'm trying to get motivated. At least I'm being honest. I'm being honest with all my supporters and all the people that rock with Big Wave. Guys, I have not been motivated to do this shit, and I've been busy as fuck. I'm keeping it real. Like that's complete honesty. I ain't making no excuses. I just have not been motivated to do it because I feel like I'm talking about the same things over and over about the Carolina Panthers. Like I'm ready to talk about some different shit. And then on top of that, I don't want to seem like I'm bashing the team either because it's a lot of soft of y'all motherfuckers out there that's soft. Y'all basically I'm about to start calling y'all Frank Rights. Some of these people are really soft in Panther Nation, and I don't want to rub the pussies the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So look, if you fucking with the shit, go ahead.
Hey, good brother. So I think his name Jerome. So he keeps saying, "Do we need to start Dalton or something like that?"
Why?
Fuck Dalton. Like it's no point of bringing. Now I get it. People saying put Dalton in there, put Dalton in there. Bruh, we're still going to go through offensive line issues. You're still going to call bad plays. Bro, Andy Dalton is not a savior. It's already over. Bryce just need to get in there, get as much knowledge as possible, and it is what it is. There's
Thank
no
you.
point in sitting here talking about some, well, put in Dalton. Fuck Dalton. He's right where he needs to be. He's a
On the
good
bench.
he's a good mentor. He's helping Bryce or
Yeah.
whatever. But by all means, man, Bryce just needs to just take it for what it is,
Exactly.
and hopefully well, it's not. Hopefully he is gonna get better. Because I mean,
Yeah.
Bryce built for this shit. He already shown him been hit a million times. Get that man some offensive line help and watch what he can do.
Yeah.
Yep.
CJ Stroud just sitting here chilling, throwing that motherfucking ball. Y'all ain't, do
He
you
got a
see
lot
how
of
much
time.
room?
Yeah,
Do you
he
see
got a
how much
lot of
room?
time to throw.
He has a
That
lot of
line,
time to
The
throw.
Texans have a good. And look, CJ struggled today too, man.
Yeah, he struggled.
CJ, yeah,
3
he struggled
interceptions.
today. He threw
And
three
it's going to
picks.
happen because guess what? You
He's a
don't
rookie.
judge an NFL player in 9 to 10 weeks of his
You
fucking
know,
rookie year, dog.
you
We go
Speak
can't
off
do that.
nation.
years. We go
Speak it.
off years. We go off years. We don't go off
I
weeks.
can't give a full assessment of Bryce until he has the adequate protection. We give him solid weapons, and then we'll see for a fact did we make the right choice. But right now, he's too young to be impacted by too many factors for us to give him a true assessment. And I think it's unfair at this version of the Carolina Panthers to give this rookie quarterback a fair assessment of his play right now. I think the team around him is too bad, and it will be completely unfair, man. And honestly, is really ignorant because, like, bro, the man, like, we're literally the worst team in the NFL. Like, what quarterback is going to thrive on the worst team in the NFL?
Nobody.
I don't think it's happened. I don't think a
Nobody.
quarterback on the worst team of the NFL was a top 10 quarterback. I don't think that's ever happened.
No.
I could be wrong, but I think I'm pretty confident saying that.
Man, we just going through it, man, and just hope and pray that we hear some good news coming this week. Because at the end of the day, this press conference from Frank Wright tomorrow, if he's still the coach or whatever, it's gonna be some bull. See, I don't know if everybody listens to the press. See, I listen to it because I be in my work desk. Every press conference, if you hear his what he says, dog, after the game and the next day, it's the same story. A lot of
Yep.
positives,
Yep.
this and this and that. We're not seeing anything different,
We
dog,
got
except the
weapons.
defense.
We got weapons, I swear.
I believe in this
Like,
team. I believe in this team. This and this and that. Okay, that's everybody's speech. But right now, Frank, we believe in that defense, but your offense ain't showing good, brother. And that's just what it is.
Yeah,
man,
hell
this
yeah.
nigga be lying, man. This nigga be he be telling the truth and lying at the same time. We struggling right now. It's not. We're not running the
Hey,
routes like we should do.
when he hit that pause on the
Uh,
question, that's when he fucked up in the head every time.
right, right. But Nation, he hit this one right here. We're good. No, no, no. We're struggling right now. We
Shooting
no,
quick.
no. We're struggling. But we still got the players to do it. It's like what?
Hey, and then he pound his hands on little desk right there every time.
Right,
Like, come on,
right.
dog.
Come on, I'm
Yeah,
talking to
man. It's
everybody on
it's
this team. It's like
it's
nigga, look, you ain't
guys.
gotta lie, nigga.
Maybe
Bryce
who
getting
do we
so
play
frustrated.
next week, man? We got a divisional game next week, right? It's the
No,
Bucks.
no, we're playing Tennessee.
Oh, we got Tennessee next week. Yeah, we probably gonna lose that too.
Oh, here we go. We should have drafted Will Levis.
Will Levis,
Will
right,
Levis ain't did shit since that first game.
Hey,
right.
but
He go
see,
well,
but
watch. He gonna
hey,
come in here and throw for 300 yards.
No,
oh
not on our
my god,
defense, yet.
no, we
No,
we
not
we
on our
going to
defense, yet.
Tennessee.
Yeah, bro. It's
But
listen,
wait,
man.
I wanted
Look,
to tell you something real quick because
go ahead,
you
bro.
wasn't on here for the past 3-4 weeks.
Yeah,
It was so toxic. I want to say the fan base was so toxic.
Oh,
They were with the CJ Stroud and what he was doing and how
man.
I just think that the fan base need to mind their own fucking business. The nigga's not on your team. He's not your
exactly.
quarterback. If he's not your quarterback, stop talking about them. Stop lusting after him when he's not your quarterback. Deal with the quarterback that you have now. Stop lusting over a nigga that's not your quarterback. So what? I don't care what CJ Stroud do. I don't care how many yards he throws. That's not your quarterback. If you guys
Hey,
start focusing on
Exactly.
That's
if you
facts. That's
start
facts,
focusing
Christian.
on who's your quarterback, maybe we would be better off, and maybe people would start listening more, and we would get so much better as a fan base. This fan base is so fickle, and it's
Jerome,
changed over the years.
I
It
want to
makes
answer
me
Jerome
upset.
question. Nigga Nation, you getting called out by Jerome Castro, but
Yeah,
I'm a
Yeah.
Jerome started to piss me off. What were he talking about?
so
Wait,
hey,
what?
so Jerome, are we 1-9 with Dalton? No, we're 3-7 though. He might
No,
have
we're
won
not
one or
winning no
two
more
games.
games.
Nah, I give him just because he's a veteran. So I'll give him one or two games. Three, we probably have 3 wins under Andy Dalton right now. That's it.
Do we? Are we really?
Bruh,
Not with this
I don't
play
see it.
call.
I don't see how you gonna have 3 wins with him if he don't be running. I just don't
Right.
understand that, bro. That
Now
don't make sense.
I think we win that Colts game. Like I think we win that Colts game with Andy Dalton in there. I mean the
Do
line
we
still was
really win
bad,
that
but
game?
what I'm saying is on some of them throws that Bryce was missing, I think Dalton would have made those throws just because he's a veteran. He done seen it all, right? So I think we win that game. I think we win that what else game do I think we win? That Green Bay Packers game.
We haven't played them.
Might not the Packers, but damn, who am I thinking about?
Are you talking about Seattle? Or not Seattle,
Not
but
Seattle. Minnesota.
that
Was it Minnesota we played?
Minnesota. We got our ass whipped.
Yeah. Nah. What was that game that was close? We was close in the beginning.
Chicago.
Chicago. The
Yo,
Chicago game
Chicago.
definitely. And I think that's 2 more games. That's what I'm giving us.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I think
Well,
2 more. I think those 2 games we would have won because those teams were literally like losing the game on purpose, and we still lost. Like the Colts, there ain't no way in hell we should have lost that Colts game. No way.
nah, man, that was
They
just
gave us they
that
gave
was
us the
crazy.
game, and then Chicago on Thursday
Chicago.
night.
Chicago.
Yes, yeah, Chicago too. They was down.
Yes.
They was down like hella stars, and we still lost. So, man, y'all, it's been a hell of a show, y'all. But I'm about to get the fuck up off of here. I'm done popping my shit for the night, man. I'm
Hey,
appreciate
man,
everybody
what's
coming on.
No, we did.
man, Waves? Look, we miss you, Waves, man.
Yeah.
Look, man, look,
I'm
we
about to
still
start
need the
coming back,
Wave
bro.
God.
Listen.
Come
A
on,
lot of
man.
people been telling me, man, that they've been missing me coming on here, bro. I ain't even trying to brag or boast or nothing like that, but a lot of people been on my ass, especially in the in the goddamn community. They've been going in on a nigga, man. So I would
Hey,
We
definitely.
need you.
they need to
Wave, we
tap in
need
with the
you.
right
It's
community.
Wade, we need you.
Exactly.
We got too many. We got look. We gonna be real on here. We gonna be real on here. Look, man, we got too many punk ass Panther podcasts on here. I'm tired of hearing
It's a
from
lot. It's a lot.
Here
It's
we
a lot of
here
them. It's a
we
lot of.
don't
here
need
we
that. We need the wave god. We got only three real podcasters out here
yeah, that's
in
true.
with the Panther Nation.
Who
You
who who
know,
are they? Or you don't want to say it?
oh, I say it. It's PNPU, and I'll say there's one other guy. I can't remember his name right now. But outside of that, the rest of these niggas is fake, phony, and they lame. It's the rest of these dudes is cornballs. It's
Y'all
like
messy, man.
they not. Nah, I ain't messy. I'm real. Them dudes, they
I
don't
know what you
care.
mean, man. Most of them is
They
all
don't.
about money and shit. They
Right.
always
They
talking
ain't
about
no
cash
real
out,
fans.
cash out. Hit the damn
Yeah, get
cash
the
out.
cash apps. Get the cash apps. Right,
Hit that
niggas. Hey,
motherfucking cash
But
out.
wait, they don't be
Subscribe.
like with us though. They're not like real. Like they've been killing PNP because they want to do the March on Men thing because they want to be real and they sick of
right.
this team. You got other people out here bad, not even talking about what's real. Y'all the only
That's
people
facts.
that's talking about what's going on with the team. Everybody
That's
else
true.
just slobbering over the team, trashing on Bryce. Not even just
Yeah,
sound like
exactly.
they sound like the commentators. They don't even. They just robotic. They're
right.
trying to be a part of the upper echelons. It's like y'all still
Yeah.
keeping it. They let me just put it. Y'all neighborhood and them niggas Hollywood. That's just how it is.
Listen, man. This is what I'll say about that. I mean, one, man. I guess when a certain people, man, get to a certain level, man, and they have a certain level of notoriety and followers and subscribers and all that shit, man.
Hmm.
I guess people just, I don't know, man. Maybe they lose their edge. I don't know. But I've been watching, even though I haven't been on. I've been sitting back watching, man. I've been hearing a lot of the bullshit that's been going on. I want to give a shout out though to my boy Phil Perkins, though, man. Panthers
Oh,
Post, yeah,
yeah,
Panther,
him too.
yeah.
And the
I want to
other
give a
guy that
shout out,
comes in here too. What's the guy with
yeah.
that came in here? I can't remember his name.
Which one, Duncan?
No,
Nah,
no,
he
my
talking
guy who
about
come.
my boy. Unnecessary business is solid as well. Yeah, definitely. Duncan is definitely one, man.
Oh, who you talking about?
Yeah.
Uncle Quan.
Uncle Quan is definitely one of
Uncle
them. He
Quan,
definitely
Uncle
one of them
Quan.
ones
Yeah.
too.
That is that guy. That
Like
that
to
was that
me,
him.
Phil
Yeah.
from Panther Post, he's like I fuck with Phil because even though he's not my demographic, he's still like
Right.
a real ass Panther fan, and I can
Right.
sense it. He's
Yes.
kept it real. I rock with him. Uncle Quan, man, I just have an ultimate respect for his hustle. Like
Facts.
he does a lot, man. Like he's literally in the trenches of these Panthers content and shit. So, and then on top of that, man, he a real Panther fan too. And
Oh
then
yeah.
Duncan, as always, Duncan is a big reason why I even got into this, man, because I just love his takes. He got really good takes,
I don't really
and
know him like that. So
yeah, he
I,
he 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 dope, man. So
okay, I
those is
check him out.
mines. Like those is mine. Like I rock with PNP, man. Like I think that they're good, but I'm more on the like hardcore shit side of Panther Talk. Like you get what I'm saying? So I
Right,
mean I
right,
feel like
right.
yeah, like I'm more on that. Like I like to hear the not just bashing the team, but I like the breakdown, but I also like the realness, man. The realness fabric. Like I want the shit to feel authentic. When I'm giving y'all
Hmm.
content, this is the same way that I would be talking to my niggas or people around me. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
talking to
Right.
y'all the same way I would be talking to people in front of me about the Panthers. Because I'm passionate as fuck about this football team. It hurts my soul. It breaks my heart. But I am passionate as fuck about this team, man. I really am. I love this team. But man, we gotta find a way to start winning some fucking football games, man. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Hell, it might not even be in our lifetime. But
Nah, nah, nah. We gonna win in this lifetime. We gonna make it happen.
I don't know,
I
man.
ain't
I
I ain't
don't
I
know.
saying
think we
that.
Hey,
will. Come on, man.
it's
Come on.
Come
already
on,
done
wait. Don't
been.
do
It's
that.
already done
You
been
do.
about 15 or 20 years,
Look,
y'all. Like,
I know you in
like,
fan depression, but we
y'all.
gonna
It
we
done been.
look.
It done been about 15 to 20 years already. Y'all gotta
I
think. I've
look.
been a fan A1 since day one. I went to the very first Panther games at Clemson Stadium. Like literally, bro. I went to their very first. I was a kid, like 6, 7 years old. And I was a
Wow.
fan ever since. This rag, I got this rag up there at that game. That shit is that old, bro. It is that old. And I just there's been way more bad years than good years. So that's why I am distraught as a fan. I'm fucking hurt. I'm hurt as a fan. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it, man. But hey, all we can do is keep pounding, right, guys? That's all we can do is keep pounding. So on that note, man, good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. We'll watch Frank Wright's press conference tomorrow. I'm probably going to watch the post game presser after this to see what excuse he had this fucking week.
Oh, it's
Um,
fucking lovely. I'll tell you that.
Oh my, hey
yeah,
Nation, man, I
yeah,
need your commentary at all times, man.
yeah. Nigga Nate, y'all listen. Nigga Nation is about to take this podcast to the top. I just want y'all to know that.
Oh
Nigga Nation,
man,
he is one
what?
of those ones. I'm
Big
about to
things
change this
coming,
show.
man.
This show is going to be changed to Waves Living in Nigga Nation. That's what it's going to be called. Y'all think YouTube go let me or YouTube go ban me? They go ban me. They go ban me.
And again, natural, intellectual, go-getting achievers. Y'all be blessed.
That man is
Man,
dumb, bro. That man is dumb, y'all. Shout out to Nigga
hey
Nation,
man,
man. That
hey
man
man, the
said, "Y'all
book of
be
Nigga
blessed."
Nation, man. I'm telling you, man, that's Negro Dominance right there, man.
Bro, that man, y'all, I know this man in real life. This man is hilarious, bro. That man is hilarious. But man, hey man, appreciate you, Christian, man. Listen, can make the Sunday evening thing a legit thing, man. Like after the Panthers
I'm
game for
telling
the
you,
rest of
man.
the season. For the rest
Are
of the
you sure you
season,
up for that?
y'all,
Hey
listen,
man,
this what
look, I'm
I'm
trying to
gonna try.
restore the
I'm
order
gonna
in
Oh,
try.
okay.
I'm gonna
in the
try.
nation in the universe because it's so much BS.
I'm
We
gonna
need to
try, bro.
restore order.
I know, bro. I know it's coming, man. It's coming, bro.
Look, I can't
I
keep
just haven't been
look.
motivated, y'all. Like I'm keeping it real,
What's
man. Like I be sitting here looking at this equipment. I be walking past this shit every fucking day. Like, man, I don't even want to get on this
man?
bitch and talk no shit, man.
Look,
Like
how
for
you
real.
think I feel right now? I gotta go. Look, I'm upset right now. My fiance, she got me some Panther tickets for my
Oh
birthday at
man,
the beginning of the season because in
you should.
September it's my birthday. So I was hyped. I was hyped. Now I'm like, man, I don't even want to
Yeah,
go this shit, man. This is bullshit.
yeah,
We
yeah.
won it. I'm going in there. I'm like, God, this is awful.
Man,
This
you
is
can sneak
awful.
down, bro. You can sneak down to the field seats, bro. They ain't gonna say shit. This
And
shit up
I'm
there.
right there. I'm right behind them. I'm gonna be at the
The
Jaguars game because I live
the
in Florida.
stadium
So
the
yeah, so I'm
stadium
gonna be.
is empty, bro. You ain't got to worry about it.
Well, I'll be at the Jazz games because they're playing in Jacksonville. So I'm right behind
Oh
the
yeah,
seat. So
yeah,
I'm looking at Bryce Young sweat. So I'll be right
yeah.
there. I'll be Frank. You suck.
Hey, while you
I
down there,
hate
bro,
you.
check out the site where they building their new stadium at, bro. This stadium gonna be real.
I go there all
I'm
the time, and I
yeah,
saw it, and it's a beauty to see because they other stadium got they stadium they got now got like roaches and rats and all that
What
shit.
yeah.
the hell?
But
Oh man.
Yeah,
man, we're
they
gonna
were
go ahead and
ranked
get
the
up out
worst.
of here though, man.
Yeah,
All right, y'all. Carl D, appreciate you as always,
All
man.
right.
We go try to make y'all. I'm not making no guarantees, but we go try to make this Sunday for the rest of the season. There's 6 games left. I think I might be able to motivate myself to do this every Sunday for the rest of the way.
hey man, that could be
Uh,
some breaking news.
yeah, and if it's some break, y'all already know if it's some breaking shit come out, man. Any news is coming out, I'm going live. So stay on the lookout for that, man. But appreciate everybody, man. As always, guys, if you're new to the channel, I will not turn on subscriber only mode until I hit 1,000, man. So y'all help me hit 1,000. We've been a slow progress there, man. A lot of it been my fault, man. I ain't been pushing the channel like I supposed to, but we'll bounce back. Man, if you're new to it, you rock with the content today, bro. Like and subscribe to the channel. As always, man, y'all make sure to hit that thumbs up on the video. Put this bitch in the algorithm. And look, life is just a wave, man. Y'all be blessed, yo. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving too. Cause I probably won't talk to y'all motherfuckers before Thanksgiving. So happy, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, man. Enjoy the shit with your family, friends, loved ones, man. Look, take these moments seriously, man. You never know. You never know how many more you go get with people, man. So word to the wise, man. Celebrate the holiday with your family, the people you love. That's really what Thanksgiving is about, man. That shit is really about that and eating like a motherfucker. So, cause shit, I'm gonna be eating like hell.
Hey man,
Mm.
listen.
Shit.
All right, y'all. Be easy though. Big waves up out of
All
here,
right.
baby.
Yes,
Holla at
sir.
Peace.
y'all.
All right.